Hey guys, how's it going? Hillary here from the Healthenthusiast, HillaryGlouse.com. For those of you who don't know me, I am a practical fitness, nutrition, and lifestyle coach for women who just want to cut the fitness fluff, get down to business, and get the result that have been eluding them because they've been on this constant yo-yo dieting cycle for months, years, who knows, for some of us, half our lives. So that's what I do. So I'm just going to adjust the camera here. Oh, hang on. Shoot. You know what? I wanted to use my other camera, but you know what? Forget it. All right. So I'll give you guys a couple of seconds to come on. And in the meantime, I'm going to broadcast live from Instagram as well. All right, let's do this. Hey, Instagram, Hillary here from HillaryGlouse.com. I'm here live, broadcasting from Facebook for my Facebook business page as well as Instagram. So I'm going to be going back and forth, back and forth. Oh my gosh, I'm just getting all these notifications. All my girlfriends, all my female entrepreneur friends are live at the same time. This is funny. All right, I guess this is a really popular time to be live on Facebook and Instagram. So what are we talking about today? Well, the first thing I want to talk about is something I mentioned last night. If you were on my live broadcast, I mentioned that today I was going to be opening up the cart officially for membership in my online group coaching club for women, the Bonafide Fit Babes. So the Bonafide Fit Babes is an online group coaching club for women who are ready to elevate their fitness, their nutrition, and their lives. We use simple, realistic, but effective tools and strategies to help you to achieve your weight loss, fat loss, fitness, health, wellness goals. So while we use realistic and sane strategies, that doesn't mean that we don't work hard, that we don't hold ourselves accountable, that we don't do our absolute best to push our goals forward, to achieve what it is that we set our minds to achieve, whether that has to do with our body, our mindset, right? How we're eating, anything related to health. So we really take a look at our health holistically, right? I'm not just giving you a meal plan. Hey, Ada, I'm not just giving you a meal plan. I'm not just giving you a workout schedule. I'm not just giving you, a couple of, a worksheet. Here, go answer these questions and your mindset will be perfectly healthy, right? It is a holistic approach, but it is a continuous approach. And while there are plenty of options for you in terms of payment, there is a 6-month payment option as well as a month-to-month option. With the month-to-month option, you can start anytime and cancel anytime, right? There are no strings attached, right? You just click the link, click the button to sign up, add your information in PayPal, and boom. I will add you to the group. You'll get an email, add you to the group, and you can get started ASAP. So if you think that group coaching is for you, then I highly recommend that you check this out. You can click the link in my bio here on Facebook. You can take a look at that. And if you think that this might be a good option for you, but you might need a little bit more high access, high touch with me, more one-on-one, then I also offer one-on-one, more customized coaching for those of you who think they need a little bit more support, which is absolutely fine because we can all use a little more support. All right, here we go. Just kind of adjust this camera here so all the Instagram folks can see me. Okay, guys, so what are we talking about today? So I wanted to make sure I made that announcement because that is a big announcement. This is something that I have been looking forward to for a really long time, launching this group coaching club. It's such a joy to coach the women who are in this group. They all bring kind of a unique flavor to the community, and I think it's wonderful how close the women have become, how the friendships have really blossomed across the miles, because, you know, we have people from all over the country in there, and hopefully one day all over the world. So if you want to be part of that really special, inclusive, supportive community, sign up to become a bona fide Fit Babe. You really have nothing to lose, right? Okay, so let me just take a sip of water. And I want to talk today about my 5 simple strategies, or simple steps rather, to help curb late night munchies, late night eating, overeating at night, right? That continuous meal that happens at dinner and doesn't end till you go to bed. So you go to bed full and uncomfortable, you wake up full and uncomfortable and regretful and guilty. That is what we are trying to, we're going to discuss. We're going to break that down. First of all, why do we do that? We're going to talk about why we do that, and some steps that you can take that are super simple that you can implement today, right now, to help you to overcome this struggle. All right. So for those of you who are just popping on Instagram, hi, how are you? Make sure you say, leave a comment. Let me know who you are and maybe where you're from. We're talking about 5 simple steps to control those late night cravings. All right. So I'm going to give you my 5, these 5 steps. Again, they're super simple. That doesn't mean that they're easy, but they are super simple for you to implement right now. And I promise you that as soon as you do so, you will begin to see results, okay? So late night munchies, late night cravings, overeating at night, continuous meal from dinner to bedtime. Why is it so hard to avoid late night snacking? Why is this such a struggle? Why is it that we are so good during the day? You know, we really have all the willpower, all the motivation in the world during the day, but for whatever reason at night, we really struggle to keep it together, to not overeat. Well, let's think about it. So you've had a really long, hard, stressful day at work. You come home hungry, annoyed, irritated. You know, you just want to talk about your coworkers and how they annoyed you all day. You're, you know, just feeling like you need some comfort, like you need to kick your feet up, literally and figuratively. Like you need to relax. You want to decompress, right? That's what we all want when we come home. That's why, you know, watching TV, those like 2 hours between 8 and 10 are like the most popular TV watching hours. And that's why, you know, that's what we're looking for when we come home at night, is usually some kind of stress relief, some kind of ability to decompress. And a lot of us associate our ability to do that with food, with sitting in front of the TV, eating our dinner, sitting in front of the TV, eating a snack. And it's really easy to go through an entire bag of chips, go through an entire pint of ice cream, go through an entire, you know, row of cookies from the box, because we're not really paying attention to what we're eating. We're watching TV, we're distracted, we're trying to seek that relaxation, right? So that's what we're looking for, and that's why I think it's really hard for us to avoid overeating at night. But it's not as simple as that, right? So we feel as though we were just so good during the day. What does this mean, like in dieter language, right? So what this means is, and I speak dieter fluently because I used to be one. I used to be a yo-yo dieter, super, you know, up and down on that hamster wheel. You know, if I wasn't on a diet, I was off the rails doing something else and overeating and overindulging. And it was just kind of toggling between restriction, deprivation, and a free-for-all. That was kind of how I was living my life at that time. So I speak dieter fluently because I've spent a lot of years as a dieter, as a chronic dieter. So what do I mean when I say we were so good during the day and so we come home and we feel kind of justified in overeating? Well, we as dieters tend to eat so restrictively, so low calorie during the day. We think we're doing ourselves a favor. We think that we are demonstrating willpower. We think that we're doing what we were supposed to do by eating those carrot sticks and celery sticks, by eating those hard-boiled eggs, by eating that really bland chicken breast and wilted asparagus, right? We think that we're doing the right thing. And in some cases, we're not even really thinking. We are so stressed out, running around like a chicken with our head cut off and just simply don't have time to eat. So we skip meals. And so there's kind of two things often going on, which leads to this late night continuous meal, overeating at night. It's being stressed out, not giving ourselves the time that we need to sit down and eat a meal and stay full, stay satisfied, or we are intentionally eating less food. We're intentionally restricting our calories in the hope that when we get home, we can relax with food, right? It might not be so obvious, right? We might not be making this connection in our head, but that's kind of what we're doing. We're essentially setting ourselves up to self-sabotage by doing this. You guys, let me know. Leave me a comment. Send me some love if this is resonating with you. If you're like, yes, this is what I do. I've done this in the past, or this is my current situation. And that's kind of why I tuned in. So let me know. Hey, Brenda, how are you? Nice to see you. Okay, so we know that eating at night is sabotaging our goals. We know that this continuous meal thanks Ada for the love, from dinner to bedtime is not doing us any favors in the weight loss department. So why are we doing this? I think it also comes back to this idea, not only are we starving when we walk in the door because we've been eating virtuously throughout the day, but we also feel like we deserve it. There is this real thing called food entitlement, right? So we feel as though because we restricted our calories or we skipped meals throughout the day, that we deserve a large meal. We deserve, to feel relaxed. We deserve the comfort that comes with eating a big meal at night. And we might not even we might not even plan to overeat, but what happens is we have this feeling of entitlement. We have this feeling like, yeah, I deserve this. I had a stressful day. I had a long day. I deserve this. And we might plan to only eat 3/4 of our meal, or we might plan not to have seconds, but once we get going, it's really hard to stop, right? Because we are so hungry from not having eaten at normal intervals throughout the day that we are not in tune with our hunger and satiety cues. So we eat so fast that we don't even realize that we're full. So we finish a plate and we're like, oh, I'm still hungry, without giving ourselves time to really settle in and, check in with ourselves. Am I still hungry? Have my cravings been satisfied, right? We don't take that time. So I have a perfect example of this. I was having a conversation with a client recently, and she was explaining to me, because she works in a very stressful environment. So she has a proper breakfast, a protein shake, maybe a yogurt, piece of fruit, and that's around 7:30 in the morning. And sometimes she's not eating again until 4, 5, 6 p.m. at night, because her job is stressful, because she's not planning ahead, because she feels guilty taking time for herself to eat lunch, to eat a snack, to eat anything that's going to kind of curb her hunger. She'll get to maybe, 2:30, 3 p.m., she says, and if she knows she's going to be going to dinner around 5 or 6, like an early dinner, which she does almost every day, she's like, well, I'm not going to eat now because I'll ruin my appetite. I'm not going to eat now because I'll, have to tell my boyfriend that I'm not hungry, and I'll just sit there and not eat. And I'm not going to do that, right? And so what happens when she gets to the restaurant? She's starving. So instead of ordering something that would be more aligned with her goals, she orders whatever she wants because she feels entitled. She feels like, I can have whatever I want. And she even said, she's like, I'm not going to go for that in terms of like ordering a salad. She's like, I wouldn't go for that. I'm going for the pasta. I'm going for the cheesy dish, right? I'm going for the deep fried item, right? It's not the salad with the chicken, with the whatever, that she probably would have ordered under normal circumstances. She's going for the big kahuna, right? So who can relate to this? If you can relate to this, send me some love. on Instagram, on Facebook. Let me know what you think, if this is resonating with you. All right, so this does not need to be our MO. This does not need to be how we operate. This does not need to be a foregone conclusion. This is not how we do things. It doesn't have to be how we do things. It might be the way we're doing things now, but it doesn't have to be the way that we do things forever. So I want to introduce you guys to 5 simple steps, 5 simple things that you can do to avoid this behavior, to avoid or curb these late night cravings, to get to the end of your day without feeling like you deserve a big meal, without feeling like you're entitled to a big meal, without feeling starving, without feeling like, you know, your hunger and your energy and your hormones and your cravings are just so out of whack that you're reaching for food when you don't even really want the food that you're reaching for. So let's talk about what you can do. Okay, so I call this my reset protocol, and reset is an acronym. I'm going to go through what each letter in the reset protocol stands for. So number 1 is resist the urge to skip meals. Okay, so skipping meals is, again, a dieter's tactic. It's something that is kind of ingrained in the dieter's mentality, and it's something that a lot of us need to break out of. Skipping meals is not helping us. Skipping meals is not doing us any favors when it comes to balancing our hormones. And we need to have balanced hormones if we are going to get our HEC in check. So HEC stands for hunger, energy, cravings. And this is a term I learned from Metabolic Effect, which is a great company that has done a lot of amazing research and a lot of amazing work on female hormones and female fat loss, in addition to a lot of other things. But I've learned a lot from that company, so I highly recommend you check them out. But you want to resist the urge to skip meals. So what happens when we skip meals? There's a biochemical response. So skipping meals is not something that happens in a vacuum. It's not something that happens without a reaction, right? There's a cause and an effect of skipping meals when it comes to skipping meals. So what happens is our cortisol levels go up. Our cortisol levels go up. This is a stress hormone because we have avoided eating. And as a result, that triggers the hunger hormones to increase, to kind of get us to the point where we kind of signaling to us, hey, I need to eat, I need to eat, I need to eat, right? So our body is in a high stress state, and we've got an influx of these hunger hormones that are telling us to eat, 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 eat. And when these hormones are elevated, it's very hard to control our intake. It's very easy to overdo it. It's very easy to overeat. So that's why it's important that we don't skip meals. Eating more regularly throughout the day, right, every 2 to 3 hours, at least in the beginning of your weight loss, fat loss journey, is critical in order to understand how it feels to be hungry, how it feels to be satisfied, right? How it feels to have stable energy, okay? We want to stay on top of our hunger so that we don't have this compensatory response where it's very hard for us to feel in control of what we put in our mouths, okay? Hey, say hi on Instagram. Let me know you're here. I see some people have joined, but I don't know who you are, so say hi. So we're talking about my reset protocol, 5 steps to control those late night cravings. So how to avoid, that continuous meal from dinner through bedtime. So you don't go to bed feeling full, feeling stuffed, feeling miserable and guilty. All right, so we just covered R in the reset protocol. So this is a acronym. R stands for resist the urge to skip meals, okay? So E stands for eat more, but wisely throughout the day. So I just mentioned, why it's not good to skip meals, but, because there's always a cause and effect, right? It never happens in a vacuum. Thanks for all the love, Ava. But we want to eat more, but wisely throughout the day. So what do I mean by eating wisely? I mean eating meals that are kind of structured around protein and fiber. So fiber, you're getting that from fruits, you're getting that from vegetables, you're getting your protein from lean protein sources. Now, a lot of people have a misunderstanding about what a protein source is. A protein source is not cheese. A protein source is not peanut butter. These do have protein in them, but they are mostly fats, okay? So if you're gonna do protein, I'm talking hard-boiled egg. I'm talking, some like a protein shake. I'm talking, I feel like I should have thought of this ahead of time. Like protein bars, portable things, portable snacks, right? So even if you do work in a high stress, high moving, constantly on your feet environment, you can have something that you can just slip in your pocket and you can snack on that throughout the day to keep your hunger, energy, and cravings in check. Keep your hormones balanced throughout the day, okay? So you're eating more frequently. You're not skipping meals. You're eating more wisely, right? So when you are eating more frequently and you're eating your protein and your fiber, you're combining those in all of your snacks and meals, you're going to feel less deprived at the end of the day. You're going to feel less hunger. Your cravings are going to be more controllable. So you're less likely to overdo it at night, okay? So that's R and E, and S stands for stay hydrated. Now, I can't emphasize enough the importance of staying hydrated, right? We often confuse hydration for hunger. So what that means is we will reach for food, right? Especially at that kind of critical time between 3 and 4 p.m. when a lot of us are feeling that dip in energy. We reach for caffeine. We reach for sugar. We reach for chocolate, right? We reach for these things that are going to give us that boost because our blood sugar is low. Now, what eating more frequently throughout the day is going to do for us, it's going to keep our energy stable. It's going to keep our blood sugar stable so it doesn't dip so far down that we feel we need to reach for those really sugary treats or stimulants like caffeine. So drinking water is going to help us distinguish between real hunger, real belly hunger, and hydration. My friend who I was telling you about earlier, who has a very stressful job and often doesn't eat a meal between 8 and 4 or 5 p.m., 8 a.m. and 4 p.m., she barely drinks water throughout the day. So she's, doubly hurting her chances of avoiding that, all those cravings, those urges to overeat and make a choice at a restaurant that is not aligned with her goals, right? So she's not staying hydrated. She's not eating frequently enough. She's skipping meals, right? So we want to stay hydrated. I recommend between 115 and 125 ounces of water a day, which I think is about 4 liters of water. So that's like a significant amount of water. And a lot of people don't drink enough, so it's going to be very hard for them to jump from whatever they're doing now, drinking barely, 2 cups of water a day to drinking 4 liters. Work up to it and find ways to make water taste better for you. For some people, it's, adding, like infusing their water with cucumber or berries or something that's going to give it a nice flavor, or buying a soda stream and drinking seltzer water, or buying flavored seltzer. There's so many different ways to make your water taste better, all right? So that is S. Now E, the second E, is exercise less, okay? So a lot of us are over-exercising. We're over-exercising and we're under-eating, and this is destroying our metabolism. It is hurting our hormones, okay? There is such a thing as exercise-induced hunger. So remember when I said that, cravings and things, they do not happen in a vacuum. These eating at night, it's not something that just happens because you have no willpower, because you have no motivation. There is a biochemical process going on inside, and not only like in your body, but also your brain, right? There are things that are happening in your body that are causing you to reach for those really calorically dense, high fat, high sugar foods, and those comfort foods at night. There are things going on inside that are causing that to happen. Same thing with exercise. It's a cause and its effect, and there's a cause and an effect, right? So we over-exercise, we under-eat, we are doing ourselves a disservice, okay? What happens in those cases is we often experience what's called exercise-induced hunger. So we feel like we deserve a big meal after a big workout because we just burned a bunch of calories. And we are notorious for overestimating how many calories we burn during exercise and underestimating how many calories we eat after we work out. So we almost are canceling out any progress that we'd make because of this kind of exercise-induced hunger. So just like when we skip meals, our cortisol levels go up and our hunger hormones increase, the same thing happens when we over-exercise, right? And over-exercising on a low-calorie diet is only going to exacerbate those cravings and make it harder throughout the day as our willpower wanes to control our intake, all right? So what you want to do is you want to find the minimum effective dose of exercise that's going to get you the results that you want and that is going to help you keep this hunger, energy, and cravings under control. In my experience, and there's a lot of research out there that demonstrates that shortening our workouts but making them more intense is what is going to help you to control your hunger. It's not going to cause these spikes in hunger hormones, this spike in cortisol that we often see with long duration exercise or over exercising. So high intensity is the key. High intensity, shorter duration. And that is something that I would encourage you to incorporate more into your current routine. If you are struggling, you feel like you've hit a plateau, you feel like you can't lose any more weight, it might be that you are over exercising. Right? You might be eating healthy. You might be like, I don't get why I'm not getting any results. I'm eating healthy. I don't indulge that often. Maybe you don't even have a problem eating late at night, but you're still not getting results. It could be you're exercising too much. I exercise about an hour a week. Yeah, that was not a misnomer. Or whatever the word is for when you don't say the word right. I exercise about an hour a week. Sometimes more when I'm in a different program, but typically if I'm focusing on fat loss, and I am right now, I exercise between an hour and 15 a week. Over the course of 7 days, I'm exercising less than an hour and a half. That's like, I don't even know the math, but that's like 2% of my total week. So I am not taking a lot of time to exercise. However, that doesn't mean that I'm not pushing myself damn hard when I work out for 15 minutes at a stretch. I'm using heavy weights. I'm huffing, I'm puffing, I'm sweating. I am burnt. My muscles are burning, but I'm pushing myself because I know that it's short, the duration is short, the intensity is high. Okay? And I know that this is going to keep my hormones happy. It's going to help me avoid getting those intense cravings at night. It's going to help me stay energy neutral, right? Or it's going to keep my energy high, rather. It's not going to cause those, like, I should say blood sugar neutral. I'm not going to be spiking my blood sugar up and down. And of course, that has a lot to do with what I'm eating as well. But the point is that you want to find that minimum effective dose that's going to help you to control your, limit the exercise-induced hunger that happens when we kind of tend to over-exercise. All right, so that was RESE. Now let's talk about T. T is tame your stress. Okay, a lot of people don't think that these types of lifestyle factors, how well you're sleeping, how well you're managing your stress, have anything to do with fat loss, but it couldn't be further from the truth. These stress is going to kill your results. So if you are living a very high stress lifestyle, but your diet's perfect, your exercise is perfect, and you're not seeing results, that could be the limiting factor. It could be that you are too stressed, that you are just living in a highly stressed state. So I would encourage you to examine your lifestyle and ask yourself what you can do on a daily basis to reduce your stress. Some of the things that I find are very effective for reducing stress are a 30 to 60 minute leisure walk every day. I know that sounds crazy, but just getting outside in nature, putting your headphones on, listening to some music that you love, listening to a podcast, decompressing, It's super, super, super good for the hormones. The hormones will love you for it. All right, so 30 to 60-minute leisure walk a day, and maybe an Epsom salt bath, something relaxing, read a nice novel, light some candles, like really set the mood, and that is extremely good for stress relief. And you know, when you come home late at night after a stressful day and you're feeling like you just need to decompress, you need some comfort, you need some relaxation, and your tendency is to go for food, I want you to ask yourself in those moments, what do I really need right now, right? You need relaxation. You need to decompress. You need to prep for the day ahead, the day that's coming. But food isn't going to help you do that. In fact, it's going to make you feel more stressed if you overeat, right? I know that that was always what happened to me. There was never a time where I went to bed after overeating and felt so stressed, so relieved, so relaxed, so decompressed. It was always like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I have to set my alarm for an hour earlier because I need to get up and go to the gym tomorrow. Oh my God, why did I do that again, right? Tell me if you can relate to that. So I want you to ask yourself, what do I really need right now? And if it is to decompress, if it is to relax, if it is to take a load off, if it is comfort, think about other ways that you can get that, right? Can you get that from reading a really good book? Can you get that from saying, honey, I need a half an hour on my own, watch TV, I'm going to go in the bedroom, lights will be low, I'm going to just sit with my book. Do you need to watch something funny? Like, I love watching funny YouTube videos. I love cracking myself up. Just lost a light bulb. A light bulb just burned out. That's annoying. Anyway, so, you know, what is it that you need to decompress? What is it that you need to feel less stressed out about? What's going to make you feel less stressed? Reading a book, taking a bath, taking a walk, playing with your pets, playing with your grandchildren. What is it that you need that's going to make you feel more relaxed, make you feel more rejuvenated, that has nothing to do with food? All right, so that's what I want you to ask yourself, and that's all I've got for you guys today. Again, enrollment is open for the Bonafide Fit Babes, my members only, women only online group coaching club. There are 2 membership options. You can pay monthly, so there's no strings attached. You pay for the month and you can cancel anytime. There's also a 6-month membership option. You're getting, I think it's like a 10 or 12% discount for signing up for 6 months in advance. And I'm also offering a 14-day money-back guarantee for those who sign up for the 6-month membership. So if you decide that it's just not for you, you can cancel after 2 weeks and you'll get your money back. So there's really nothing holding you back from making this investment in yourself, from deciding to level up, from deciding, you know what, I've done the same thing for too long. I'm stuck. I want to be unstuck. I want a group of inspiring, motivational, encouraging women around me to just buoy me up and help me to achieve my goals. So if that's something you want for yourself, click the link in the description of this video. Send me a message if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. The cart closes Sunday, the 18th of February at 11:59 p.m., so do not miss out. You have less than a week to get the deal as it is right now. The prices that you see are the prices for now through Sunday night, okay? The price will be going up after that. So take advantage now, and I will talk to you guys soon. This was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you, Ada, for being on. Loved all your love that you sent me, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye, guys. Bye, Instagram.